What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I really wish I didn't have to make this video today. I really wish I could come to you guys and say, you know what, Season 3 is about to be absolute fire, guys. We are going to be cooking, and it's about time Treyarch got their heads out of their butts, and we're going to get some solid quality of life updates along with a decent amount of content. But as expected, and I did call this a little while ago when the leaks came out saying, oh, we're going to get 4 to 6 maps. And I made a video saying this is a load of BS. There's no shot we're getting 4 to 6 maps. It's going to be mixed with a whole bunch of garbage. I guarantee it. And everybody in the comment section said, oh, JB, you're such a hater. What do you know? Oh, my goodness. This guy, all he does is talk smack. Oh, boy. Guys, we're going to be covering absolutely all the details for Season 3, and again, I don't think you all are going to be happy with what I have to share. But of course, ladies and gentlemen, before we go and dive deep, if you guys are interested in more content like this, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell. We post daily here at 8 morning Eastern Time. And of course, if you guys are interested in my live streams, I do stream Monday through Saturday over on Twitch, starting between 12 to 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Of course, if you guys are interested, gotta link that channel down in the description of this video. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, you guys know on this channel, I've been saying for a while now, that this season has to pop in order for Black Ops 6 to make any type of redemption. Any type of redemption, this season has to pop. Of course, we need, upgraded servers and better anti-cheat. But in all reality, Black Ops 6 needs a major content drop. It's just drastically needed because all we have are a bunch of small maps. We have, a few maps sprinkled between Season 1 and Season 2 that were medium, but, not enough. We're literally not there yet. So, obviously, Season 3 had to pop. We needed this to go big. It's go big or go home at this point. And let me tell you something, they went home. And once I saw this Season 3, roadmap, I knew we were just absolutely screwed. They 1010% put all of their priority in trying to save Warzone instead of trying to save their multiplayer experience and bring people back into the game. And also, this showcases to me even further that Treyarch is more than likely split between 2 games right now. They did not have 4 years to put together this game, because if they had 4 years to put together this game, we wouldn't be getting this absolute garbage. But let me just go ahead, stop yapping your guys' ears off, and showcase to you all exactly what we're working with. Guys, this is the Season 3 roadmap. They leaked out 4 to 6 maps being introduced into Black Ops 6 Season 3. We are getting 2 new maps, ladies and gentlemen. That is literally it. The other 2 are going to be face-off maps. As you guys know, I don't care about face-off maps, although it's a community out there who enjoy it. But at the end of the day, Call of Duty is a 6v6 game that requires streaks as well for entertainment. I don't enjoy playing maps where I don't get the full Call of Duty experience off of it. Face-off, to me personally, is literally for camo grinders. There's no reason to stuff a ridiculous amount of content into a game mode made for camo grinding. Of course, you could play gunfight 2v2s, which are fun, obviously, when it comes to face-off. But there's no reason for it to be getting this much content, but they continue to do so. So 2 new maps, 2 face-off maps, we're getting a remaster firing range, and the 6th map is a freaking makeover map. A makeover map for 420 that's going to be for Nuketown. I don't think you guys understand. Words can't describe how disappointed I am right now with this studio. And again, it's hard. It's so hard for me because I know for a fact Treyarch is being split between 2 games. But until that 2nd game is announced and we see Treyarch's name on that title, I can't cut them slack yet. As much as I want to cut them slack, I can't. Because we don't know. For all we know, this is how Treyarch puts together projects, and this is just absolutely disgusting. And you want to know what's even funnier? The best part about it all, ladies and gentlemen, look at this tweet right here from Charlie Intel. It appears Haven, one of the Black Ops 6 maps in Season 3 Reloaded, is actually a Sledgehammer Games map that was intended for Modern Warfare 3. The minimap shown is Modern Warfare 3 art style. We previously reported that some Modern Warfare 3 maps were put on hold to release in BO6 instead. And here's a little overview of the map Haven. But again, as you can see right here in the top left corner of this map, that is how they handled the Modern Warfare 3 map. All the Modern Warfare 3 maps that we saw throughout the life cycle had that style and minimap. And that's how we've been able to differentiate what maps were made for Modern Warfare 3 and brought into Black Ops 6 and which maps were actually originally made for Black Ops 6. So ladies and gentlemen, let me make this even more clear for you guys. We got 1 original Treyarch map in all of Season 3. The season that needed to pop off, the season that we needed to get content out of, we got 1 new original Treyarch map. Then we got a map that was stolen from Sledgehammer that we couldn't get with Modern Warfare 3, which we should have gotten with Modern Warfare 3, but we didn't. They needed the extra content because I guess again, Treyarch is probably split between 2 games, but we can't clarify that just yet, but that's what I'm assuming is the problem here. And other than that, we got firing range, which I'm happy. I want to make it very clear. Firing range is not something I'm angry about. Honestly, firing range is in probably my top 5 favorite maps in Call of Duty history. So I'm very pumped to, play on firing range, but it's irrelevant. Let's be real here, guys. It's irrelevant. We got no new major content here for 6v6 fans. And then on top of that, the weapons that we got are all weapons from Modern Warfare 2019 minus the SMG, which actually, no, I think the SMG was, where's that from? Black Ops Cold War or something like that? I think they're literally all remastered weapons here, between the HDR and the Kilo and, the guys, we've had this in Modern Warfare 2019. So not only do we get no new maps, we get no new weapons, and on top of that, we get no new streaks, because the streak they're bringing back is the frickin' death machine. I mean, it's too obvious now. We can literally, predict each and everything they're going to introduce. They make it way too easy, because they've done this in the past. Every single Treyarch game that launches, they do the same thing. They trickle out the feed, like, oh, here's a war machine, here's a death machine, And they just keep trickling it out, bit by bit, every single time, instead of adding in something fresh, new, and unique. It's just, I don't know what else to say, guys, besides I'm overly disappointed. Even when it comes down to the aftermarket parts, we're getting the monolithic suppressor again. Again, we've already had that before. We're getting a barrel that converts the SWAT into the GRAW, which is cool and all, don't get me wrong. But I don't know. It just, none of this stuff, to me personally, seems fresh. And then we're getting a rose skin. So we're going to have 2 overpowered skins in this game and a bunch of rehashed operators that we've already had. And then a bunch of bundles. The best part about all of this is probably zombies. And I'm happy for you zombies, guys. You know what I'm saying? Zombie players have been struggling for ages. So I gotta be honest, I'm very happy you guys are eating here. But you have to understand, I am a multiplayer channel. And I'm going to cover multiplayer how it should be. And this is a disgrace, an absolute disgrace. The only new content would be probably the perks, because we're going to be getting Demolition, which Demolition is cool. I love Demolition, one of my favorite modes. But again, shouldn't that be in the game since day one? That's not a new mode. I just, the stupidity blows my mind. That's not a new mode. Things like Demolition, Sabotage, Gun Game, Infected, all these game modes should be in the game day one, and then they should add new stuff later down the road. This is so asshat backwards that it hurts my brain. But for the new perks, there's going to be one perk that will allow you to, basically your melee for your weapon will be a knife. So it's going to be basically adding back panic knifing into the game. And the other perk is going to allow you, upon death, once you spawn in, you'll be able to see directly where the enemy that just killed you is currently at on the minimap. I don't know what their obsession is with giving us free wall hacks 24/7 or free intel 24/7. But it's honestly becoming a joke now. I don't know what's up with Treyarch, but they are obsessed with giving newcomers just complete access to seeing where you're at on the map. It's not like the spawns are bad enough as it is, but now on top of the spawns, people can constantly see you through walls and constantly see where, you're standing at after you kill them. Guys, I don't want to rant your guys' ears off for 2 centuries here, but I hope you all understand how much of a joke this is and how insulting this actually is for a player who wants to see Call of Duty thrive. I don't know. You know what? I'm going to say this right now. Excuse my language, and if you have anybody around, please, for the love of God, mute your phone or come back to the video later. I don't fucking care about anything else in this game besides multiplayer. 6v6 has been the bread and butter of this franchise for ages, and you're telling me that they are putting more emphasis on trying to make sure a rehashed version of Verdansk coming back gets more love than the multiplayer side of things? Do I have to remind you guys what we got with Season 3 for Modern Warfare 3? We got 6 maps, one of them being remastered. So 5 maps in total that were completely fresh, that we don't know, that we had to learn, and we can use streaks on each and every one of them. 5 new maps with 1 remastered, which was actually very fun to play. I mean, we got 2 new maps, one of them being made by Sledgehammer. I mean, I don't know what else to say besides this is a joke. And I'm so disappointed to see this. I was really hoping that we will see 4 fresh maps. That was going to be my mark, because I knew for a fact we weren't going to see 5 to 6 because of the fact that they are so obsessed with adding in more face-off maps. So I knew right out the gate that we weren't going to get 5 to 6, but I was still holding on to a slight bit of hope that we can at least get 4 in Season 3. All of these months into this game, where we're suffering with the lack of content and we've been begging for medium to large maps, that we're only able to introduce a couple. Like, guys, we are... Black Ops 6 is done for at this point, man. I'm a COD channel, so no matter what, I'm gonna cover it from beginning to end. I'll try out all the content. I'll be here for Season 4, Season 5. Same thing with the other games. Battlefield, I'll be there for all of them. Splitgate, when that game drops, I'll be there for all of them. But I'm telling you right now, the numbers have already been dipping drastically for the multiplayer experience in Call of Duty. They needed to come in with a banger to bring players back, and they failed to bring in the banger. And they are showcasing to us right here, right now, that they don't give two shits about what's going on within the multiplayer experience. And so far, Sledgehammer is the only team that genuinely cares about what makes Call of Duty Call of Duty. Modern Warfare 3 was the first time that we've seen a development team not give a shit about anything else besides multiplayer. They showed us so much love, so much dedication, weekly updates, weekly things that introduce into the 6v6 side of things, tons of maps every single season, tons of content every single season, brand new weapons 24/7. They weren't playing around, and they showed us what true love felt like within the Call of Duty community. And man, oh man, I'm starting to get to the point where I'm thinking that, Sledgehammer might be the GOATs. But I'm going to say it again. I genuinely think that it's because Treyarch is split between two games. And I want to put a bet down right here, right now, that the next Call of Duty game is going to be packed with content. I am willing to bet to you guys that the reason Sledgehammer had to, give maps to Treyarch, and the reason that we're seeing no fresh content within Season 3 for the 6v6 side of things, is because their focus is on the next game. They know it's going to have to compete with GTA 6. They know it's going to be a lot of competition. So instead of hyper-focusing or hyper-prioritizing BO6, they're going to put all of that focus on BO7. If the leaks are true, Treyarch had to make 2 different games in 4 years. So they probably, did what they could for this game. And the rest of their development time is making sure that they can stuff the next game with content, because they already handled all the bugs, they already handled all the issues with Black Ops 6, although I will say there's still problems with the game. But again, that's what I'm saying. The whole purpose of this game, BO6, is a play test, so the next game can be polished off completely and packed with content. Same thing with like Modern Warfare 2 2022. You know what I'm saying? No content, nothing there, but they were able to, partially polish it off over the year. Then Modern Warfare 3 came out, which is literally Modern Warfare 2 2022 with a few adjustments, but they didn't have to work from the ground up to make sure it was polished. All they had to do was prioritize content. I guarantee that is the same situation we're about to run into. BO6 gets screwed over. No content. They'll use it as a template to make sure everything is polished. And then BO7 will be the same game, the same exact game, but stuffed with content in a different time period. Mark my freaking words. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm done yapping your guys' ears off. I do apologize. It was a bit of a lengthy one here, but I had to express this because I'm really salty about it. I have to express this. I enjoy the gameplay of Black Ops 6. It just needs better maps and better performance. Of course, the anti-cheat improvements would be huge, and we're going to hear some more news about this, I think, today, so I might actually have a video coming out about what's going on with the anti-cheat soon. Regardless, I enjoy the gameplay. It's just they have to give us more and, acknowledge the community. And they're proving to us season after season after season, it's literally getting worse and worse and worse, to the point where they're trying to advertise that we're getting a lot of content, but is it really there? No. 2 new maps, again, 2 face-off maps, a remaster, and then another version of Nuketown. In all reality, we got 3 maps this season, with one of them being a remaster and one of them being made by Sledgehammer. Let me ask you a serious question. If the developers cared so much about Black Ops 6, why couldn't they put forth effort and really nail this one for Season 3? Why is it they only have 1 new 6v6 map made by them? Like, it's a team of 1,000+ individuals, and you're telling me they only put together 1 new map for Season 3? No. Something's fishy, something's wrong, and again, I think it bounces back to my original thing there, where they're more so focused on BO7, and BO6 is just a template to try to perfect everything off before the quote-unquote major game makes a drop. And if that's the case, although it's fantastic news because we'll have a game that actually is going to be packed with content, it's a disgusting practice to sell us a playtest, a beta for $60 and, try to advertise it as a full-fledged out game. I just don't think that's right. If they truthfully want to do that, then once again, they should go on a 2 to 3 year cycle where the devs have more time to get things together, get things prepped. I guarantee if we had a 2 to 3 year cycle between games, I promise you we'll be able to see the same performance as Modern Warfare 3, where we do get weekly drops, and there are creative aftermarket parts all the time. But dropping a game year after year after year, in all reality, like I said, what do we expect Treyarch to do? If they had to put together 2 different games in 4 years, what do we expect them to do? This right here, how they're handling it, is the logical explanation, but it's still absolutely disgusting for the consumers. But ladies and gentlemen, as always, if you enjoyed today's video, leave a like. If you hate it, leave a dislike. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell. I post daily here at 8 morning Eastern time. And of course, if you guys are interested in my live streams, I do stream Monday through Saturday over on Twitch, starting between 12 to 1 p.m. Eastern time. Of course, if you guys are interested, gotta link that channel down in the description of this video. But as always, thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.